Greetings one and all, and welcome back to another post-match report of the Spooky Skull Cup. As always, I'm your host, Mick Brickinit, and as usual I'm joined by my co-host and the man responsible for the ludicrous price of Freddos these days, Keith Tosswhiddle. Now, this week sees a tight showdown between the Underground Half-Pints versus the hashtag Chaos Culture. A big game for sure, but not exactly when it comes to most of the players.
Mick, the crowd are going absolutely haywire with a massive turnout this evening. I'm being told already that several members of the crowd have been beaten to death due to fighting over seats in the best stands for the game.
Well, it's to be expected in the game, and really that's a good lesson for life. The stronger and more handsome you are, the more you deserve to take from those lower than you. Wouldn't you agree, Keith?
Well, Mick, the last time I disagreed with you, I lost all custody of my children.
Well, some would say I did them a favour, Keith. Speaking of doing favours, it seems the halflings have employed the help of a fucking squirrel. What the fuck is this game coming to?
Yes, Mick, it seems that the Underground Half-Pints have gotten fairly desperate and have actually employed a rodent to play for them. However, I will say that before the half began, I did observe him in the back of the changing rooms, storing what looked like talcum powder in his nose. Possibly for winter, Mick, I don't know. But whatever it was, seemed to make him very fast and quite strong, especially considering he was able to tackle a bull centaur to the ground.
Keith, what were you doing in the halflings' changing rooms?
I was hiding in the locker, Mick.
I'm almost scared to ask, but why were you in the lockers, Keith? Anyway, a quick roundup of the half sees the halflings going into the second half with a delicious 1-0 lead for the half. My god, so many halves. We hope you can join us after the break where we'll be bringing you the post-match report for the second half. Another half. Stay tuned. Social media these days is soft, but not us. We're hard, but not in a gay way. If you think that's offensive, get your ass out of here. If you think that's funny and humorous, as it is, Sonny Jim, we've got the place for you. Twerper, it's for men and women, if they're quiet. We are an all-loving, all-accepting group of people who just want to say their thoughts without consequence. And if you disagree with us, you can go die in a fucking fire. Debate me, coward! Cancellation is rife in today's society. Your favourite show, cancelled. Your favourite showrunner, cancelled. Your favourite wrongfully accused movie producer / rising star player, on his way to being cancelled. Often we fear that cancellation is the final step. But not here at Twerper. That's why we have a 20-strike system. With exceptions, of course. We have a zero-tolerance policy for zero tolerance. Let's hear from some of our highly rated users. Twerper gave me a safe space to talk to my wife again, without those filthy dwarves about. Twerper allowed me to reconnect with my cancelled father, who taught me a great number of lessons, such as when God closes the door of free labour, he opens the door of prison labour, and I really took that to heart. Twerper saved my life. When I was getting called mean names for sending death threats to a 12-year-old for not liking the latest Farboars movie, I felt extremely down. But now on Twerper, I can say whatever I want without consequence. That's right, Sally, you little cunt. Go jump off a bridge like your whore of a mother did. So shake off the shackles of society and join Twerper, the only truly free social media site.
Warning, this site is actually not free. It costs £30 per day, and if you say anything bad about the site, we will find you and kill you. We know where you live.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of the post-match Blood Bowl report with me, Mick Brickinit. A much more action-packed half for the Chaos Dwarves, and although the Halflings had their fair share of drama, sadly it wasn't so dramatic for them on the pitch.
Yes, Mick, the Halflings half started with a tremendous fire from their dugout, which actually turned out to be Master Chef Ainsley Carrots' fast food stand catching fire right at the start of the half. These are a lot of halves.
Sadly, none of Ainsley's employees survived the blaze. One of them, in fact, in his final moments posted a rather scathing scalp review which read, Please, dear God, help. I feel the searing touch of hell, and my life, whilst short, has been bisected tragically before my prime. The food looks good, fun for all the family, 2.5 stars.
Yes, Mick, and unfortunately sticking to this subject, Ainsley also posted on Twitter, moments before the fire, things are really heating up in the kitchen, which, in retrospect, has not aged well.
Just like their employees. Well, as if that tragedy wasn't enough for the Halflings, it seems they also managed to concede a spectacular touchdown from the confusingly lovable Mr. Steinween from the Chaos Culture.
Well, you're quite right there, Mick. Sadly, the Halflings could do very little to stop the fiddly advances of Mr. Steinween, who remains somewhat of an enigma in the sport, honestly. Many wish to see him go on and have a fruitful and successful career, whilst others petition for his arrest even now online.
Well, I feel confident in supporting Mr. Steinween through what are unquestionably false allegations, and I hope that those bullies on the internet learn that celebrities and athletes are simply better than them, and therefore don't deserve to be criticized in any way.
Mick, I'm not sure that's a take most people are going to agree with, to be honest with you.
Well, Keith, if I wanted a terrible opinion from someone who knows jack shit about the subject, I'd talk to my father about his parenting style. Well, ladies and gents, it's been an up and down game, mainly for the Halflings. Actually, most of their players spent more time in the air than they did on the pitch. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed today's report, and we hope to see you again next week for the highly anticipated Vampires vs. the Snotlings. Until then, it's a goodbye from me, Mick Brickinit, and the rest of the crew.
Mick?
What is it, Keith?
Isn't this usually the point of the show where something truly horrific happens to me, and it's usually orchestrated by you?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Keith.
Oh, well, then I'm very sorry, Mick. Please forgive me. Actually, Mick, while you're there, I would actually like to thank you. You've ordered me some food to the booth, which you never usually do. And honestly, how did you know I love McMurtry's? This is fantastic. Oh, actually, this is from Ainsley's. Oh, dear. Oh, it's a bit charred. But, I can still eat this. It's the gesture that counts. So thank you very much, Mick. I'll enjoy this a lot. Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed, Keith. As I was saying, it's a good night for me, and you know what, I'm feeling generous. How about you send us off tonight, Keith? That's great, Keith. We'll see you again very soon.